good, y'all? And welcome back to another episode of the Hurls and Smallz show. Coming to you guys after Thursday night football. Not too great. Not like from a neutral standpoint, it wasn't a good game. For a Niners fan like me, it definitely wasn't a good game. But before we get too deep, I always gotta ask, Smallz, man, how you doing today?
I don't know. I'm okay, I guess. How you doing?
No, I literally today was not really a great day, but it wasn't like a terrible day. It just was a very very forgettable day. There just wasn't much noteworthy that I did today. I went over to a friend's today. That's why I didn't stream the game. I was at a friend's, and they were asleep the entire time.
Shout out Vanessa.
Like literally the entire time I went there, so it fucking pissed me off. And they picked me up, so it's like I couldn't just leave. I had to wait for them, and so I could go home. So I was watching the game over there the entire time, just fucking watching this sorry ass team. But I mean, yeah, like you said, it's
woke their ass up.
Just a whatever day. None really to complain about, but nothing to write home about. Actually, and when I got home, my mom had my car, so I didn't have my keys. My key to the house is on my car keys. So there was no, I come home, I'm like, I'm praying my mom knew I was out. You know, she had my keys. Maybe she left it open before she went to work. Boy, I turned that knob and it was fucking locked. So I'm going around the house thinking, is there a window open? Is there a back door open? And I'm like, fuck, there's not. So, but literally 5 minutes before I text you saying I was ready, I checked my back window. And by the grace of God, it has been open for maybe 3 years then, because I've never opened this window in forever. So I go to check this window, I pushed it up and it actually opened. So this is how I got in through my window. If my neighbors were looking through the back, they would have called the fucking cops on me because they would have thought I was breaking in. I literally had to jump in through my back window today. So yeah, but go ahead. You're watching.
And that's how those holes behind him started. He just rolled in and smacked against the wall. So don't judge him too hard. It was all for the pod.
Absolutely. But as you're saying,
I mentioned last episode, I'm just in kind of a funk lately. I'm just trying to break my way out of it. Other than that, I'm cool. The Heat won again today because Tyler Hero is a top 5 player in the NBA. But this motherfucker has been eating since we started recording.
I had an apple and string cheese, bro. I gotta get my protein up for the day. So I'm having some.
You don't even work. You don't even work today. Fuck you do.
I literally ate nothing today. Today was a very very bad day of me like hitting my goals and stuff. It was a very bad day.
You ain't ate since you was over at the house though.
I didn't eat shit over there either.
You didn't have any tangible food, but you was eating.
But like you were saying with the funk, bro, I definitely feel you. And I'm also trying to like I have a friend, like I work at a grocery store. I have a friend who we used to be friends in elementary school. But he's like kind of like a vendor at my store. So like he works for, I think it's Pepsi. So he comes in and just fixes up all the Pepsi shit and fills our Pepsi shit. And he's been telling me to like I've been telling him that I need a new place, and he was trying to put me onto that. So I'm trying to find a new job currently.
Really?
Yeah. Cause I just need more. I have too many things to pay for, bro. And it's like I'm 23 now. It's like I could be leaving. I could be leaving anytime soon now. So it's like I just I gotta have my money right before that time comes. Not like leaving the world, like leaving the house. Like in the next couple of years.
I knew you didn't mean leaving the world.
Yeah, but
you're trying to move out?
No, I'm not actively, but it's just like when that time comes, I need to be prepared.
You come to Ohio.
Absolutely not. You should have been looking at houses in the Florida market. We could have moved in together.
I'm not trying to find a new job. I got a good job. I get to play with airplanes for a good amount of money every day.
Travel daily.
I'm gonna be negative.
Let's get. Actually, no. Before we get into Thursday
night, bro. Sorry to cut you off. I was looking at. Speaking of airplanes, I was looking at flights to California, and it's like $700 for like a day.
It's really bad right now. Me and the guys were trying to plan a trip around this time, like Christmas time. Bro, the flights are terrible. Like it's god awful. Like no matter where we wanted to go, fucking Montana, you're paying $300 for a plane ticket. It's awful.
Montana. So he's gonna go to Montana, but he can't go to. He can't come meet his guy at a tour for the. It has to be in Miami. I gotta come to him.
Cause what the fuck is going on in Ohio, man? And like I'm going over there and it's snowing and shit. Like I'm not trying to deal with that. You get some nice weather.
So I woke up this morning and I was like walking around like a zombie. And I get in the shower, and I wash my hair, and I'm just standing there. And I'm standing there. I'm thinking, I've been in here for a long time. Why haven't I washed my hair yet? So I wash my hair, standing there for a while, and I once again think, my hands are getting wrinkly. Why haven't I washed my hair yet? I washed my hair 3 times this morning in the shower, just not thinking, because I was just like in some different form, just out of it, bro. Oh yeah, in a trance. That's a perfect. So I was late to work by like half an hour today. I literally didn't care though. The other guys there was like, "Hey Brady, we're struggling. We can't get into the building. Do you know how to help us?" And I woke up and I looked at that text and I put my phone right back down and went to sleep for another half hour.
That's fair.
I said, just keep putting the code in, dog. It'll work eventually. I got there and they was in, so it must have worked. But driving to work, the bank sign, you know how they always say, I don't know if it's the same way in Florida, but all the banks in Ohio like say the temperature outside and the date and stuff. And I'm driving into work and I look over and the bank says 10 degrees. It was 10 degrees outside today. And we go over to the hangar, the farmhouse that boss man has, to get a fuselage of a 150, which means you have no idea what that means, but we're literally getting the frame of an airplane. And it was so cold. I had gloves on. I couldn't feel my hands. I couldn't feel my toes, and my lips were like chattering. Miserable, bro.
Yeah, today I think it was a little chilly day today for us. In terms of Florida, for us, it was 60 degrees out today. I think we got lows of like 58. You know, it was a little chilly today. Nothing too crazy. Nothing we couldn't handle. But this is our winter, man. This is our winter. But as I was saying before you went on about that, to anybody that made it to the fantasy playoffs, good luck this week, man. I'm pulling for you guys. Hopefully you can get yourself a ring. I myself am in the fantasy playoffs in all 3 of my leagues. I got a first round bye in one of them. So I'm, trying to do my thing. The only people I had play tonight, I had Puka in one of my leagues. He was pretty decent. And then I had Jake Moody. He got me 9 points. So, But I also played Juwan Jennings. He didn't do much of anything, so that was pretty good for me. But yeah.
I made the playoffs, right? I'm in 8 leagues. Guess how many I'm in the playoffs in?
I think you told me 7, right?
I didn't tell you that.
You didn't make how many? Did you make it in all 8? Did you?
So the one league, right? It's $100 league. And it's some weird ass scoring system. I've been doing it for a couple of years. I don't think I'll do it again next year though, because I just don't have fun with it. But I started off 4-1. This week, as in week 14, was the first time I won since I was 4-1. I finished 5-9.
How? What the fuck?
I don't know.
I don't know. Did you have a key injury happen?
Nope. I literally had guys come back from injury. I had Cooper come back from injury. I had Hawkinson. No, I dropped.
The team was rolling, and you stuck Cooper Kupp back into that starting lineup. You should have let the reserves keep on rolling.
No, it wasn't even like that.
They were hot, and you just took them to the bench.
It wasn't even like that because it's like a touchdown dependent league.
4-1, and then you finished 5-9. Dang.
And then I'm in 2 dynasty leagues, and the one I've sold my whole team since our draft. This is like our 4th year doing it, so I expected to be bad, which I was the 2nd worst team in the league. So I'll have the.
I've never ever finished that bad, and I think the worst I've ever been in fantasy is maybe like 1 or 2 spots out of the playoffs. Like I've never been I don't understand how the fuck you could ever be a 2-win team, a 3-win team. Like you just don't know how to fucking play fantasy football at that point. Like you just, I don't know. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, my other dynasty league, I wanted to win this year. I had all the assets I could think of to buy in. I trade for Jamar, and my team is. Before the season starts, I'm thinking this is a god squad, dude. And I texted my homie. I was like, I want to buy in more, but I don't even have a spot to upgrade. I didn't make the playoffs. I was 6-8.
You had Jamar Chase. Talking about you didn't have a spot to upgrade and didn't make the playoffs.
Bro. A dynasty league, right? I have Jaden Daniels, Justin Fields, and Anthony Richardson. My running backs are James Cook, Devon Achane, Brian Robinson, Rashad White.
Okay. So can I stop you right there?
Go ahead.
This sounds like it was on the GM, the coach. Week to week, you weren't putting in the right players. That's what it sounds like. Because you're reading off a good squad. You named
I'm reading off a good squad.
You named Jaden Daniels as your starter. You have James Cook, Devon Achane.
Jaden Daniels is my fault. I had Jaden Daniels on the taxi squad for a little while, for a good while. But Justin Fields was rolling, so I was starting him, and then he gets benched. So I'm like, shit. But Anthony Richardson's back, so I'll start him for a while. And it finally got to the point where like I can't screw around anymore. I'll throw Jaden Daniels in.
Playing too well, yeah.
I waited too long to do that. That's on me. But everything else, it was just like, y'all suck. Travis Etienne was a bum.
Absolutely fucking garbage this year. Absolutely garbage.
Devon Achane was hard to pick early on in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Rashad White hasn't been the guy I wanted him to be. Garrett Wilson hasn't been that good. Jamar's been Jamar, but Cole Kmet's been ass. Jake Ferguson was ass. Brandon Ayuk was ass.
Yeah. Cole Kmet had that 2-3 week stretch where he was decent.
I bought in on Brandon Ayuk. I traded for him. He was supposed to be a top guy for me. Chris Olave, nothing. Michael Pittman's ass. George Pickens ain't do shit.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing, man.
So disappointing. That's 6 out of 8 you made the playoffs in then? That's pretty decent. Oh gosh, keep going. Go ahead.
So I'm in another $100 league.
Okay.
And we did playing against the median as well.
Mm-hmm.
So and
I hate that shit. I hate playing against the median.
Really?
We had that in our league last year, and I hated that shit. I'm not a fan.
It was the first time I had ever done it, so I can't say whether I super like it or not. But I missed that by one game. Unfortunate, but nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Another league I'm in, a cheap money one. I said last episode it was like me versus the other guy, and he had
only like $80, guys. Don't worry, your little cheap money one.
It was $10. He had Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase on Monday Night Football going against me. It was me versus him to make the playoffs, so I didn't make it in that one either. Yeah. So I made the playoffs in 3 leagues.
You didn't even shoot 50%. Dang, how much? Like these, I'm assuming all 3 of these are money leagues. How much are each of them? I know ours is 20 or 25, whatever that was.
Ours is 25. The numbers on the board league was 100, and then the other one's 100, but it's an 8-man.
Okay, well, hopefully you can win one of those, so you can get your money back.
Bro, my 8-man team.
Is ass.
Jawan Jennings, no, it's good, but Jawan Jennings just started me off the week bad.
Oh, you started? Dang, yeah. My brother started JJ too, and I told him, it's Thursday night football. I don't know. I just hate having to be like, even if it's my star guy, I hate having him play on Thursdays. I
started him over Tyrone Tracy.
Dang. I mean, but Tyrone Tracy plays the Ravens. I'm not mad at you for making the decision, but it's a tough one.
I got Joe Burrow, Derrick Henry,
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Taylor, Terry McLaurin, Jawan Jennings, Jonnu Smith, Jerry Jeudy, Malik Neighbors, Bijan Robinson.
Sounds like you can still put up a fight. Who does the other guy have?
Pat Mahomes, Saquon, Joe Mixon, Tyreek Hill, Cortland Sutton, Travis Kelce, Adam Thielen, Devontae Smith, Cedric Tillman.
A lot of guys on that team I have too. Good luck, man.
I beat him last week, though. I played him in week 14 to make the playoffs.
That's exactly what happened to me in one of my leagues. I played the guy the week before the playoffs. Now we're playing each other again. We're, I think, the 4-5 matchup. But
I'm playing Kenny first round in the numbers on the board league.
And I heard him. We was both in Mike's chat, and he was like, "Smallz, you're the one guy I didn't want to play." So you already have him rattled. You're already in his head. So man, get the win, man. I'm rooting for you.
And I can't blame him. Like my team, I have a lot of good players, and like I'm sure you would have rather played Reese. I'm sure you would have rather played Mason or Kyron.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to go against
Kyron made the playoffs.
Kyron made the playoffs.
Hey, clap it up, man. Shout outs to you, Kai. And I know he had CMC, right? So for him to, persevere through all that CMC shit to still make the playoffs, Kai, if you're watching this, shout out to you, man. I'm proud of you.
It's him versus Mike. Him versus Mike.
Kai, go bust Mike ass, man. Go get that shit done.
He got Jalen Hurts, Rico Dowdle, Joe Mixon, Cortland Sutton, Jacoby Myers, George Kittle, Sincere McCormick. He's starting Sincere McCormick over Calvin Ridley and Michael Pittman.
Let's get into Thursday Night Football, man. Let's get into Thursday Night Football.
But Mike is starting Keenan Allen and Evan Ingram, so like they're weak, bro. Why can't I get one of them week 1? Why I gotta play Kenny?
God, man, I'm pulling for you in Smallz, man. I'm hoping to see you. You know, our only way we see each other is in the Super Bowl, man. So, you know, I'm gonna try to win this week, try to win next week, and hopefully I see you in the Super Bowl.
You're on the other side of the bracket now?
I think are we not? Oh no, we were second round. No, that's a different league. I'm thinking about me and Dark. Yeah, I'm thinking about me and Dark in another league is the only way we can see each other in the Super Bowl. So I'm hoping to see you there, Dark. But yeah, so hopefully I can win this week, you know. So it'll be some good content for the pod if we play each other in.
Damn, Chip and not Chip. I was thinking ISO. I need ISO and ISO got a bye, so he'll probably play Slip next week.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Slip had Puka. I'm hoping Chip can pull off the upset.
No, I'm not. I want Slip. I want ISO to lose. I don't want to play ISO,
weak,
bro.
Slip team is
exactly
low-key weak as hell, bro.
Bro, these bastards let ISO get a guy.
Bro, man. ISO's team is crazy, bro. His receivers. And then his running backs are like Bijan, Tyrone Tracy. I forget who else but oh man. But it's all right.
ISO has Jalen Hurts, Tyrone Tracy, Bijan, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Marvin Harrison.
And
he got DJ Moore.
Tucker Kraft is his tight end, right? Something like that.
David Njoku.
David Njoku, yeah, because I had him that same week, yeah.
In what world do you trade Justin Jefferson, bro?
Bro, like
and he got traded 3 times in this league.
Yeah, JJ got passed around. JJ got fucking passed around, man. It's alright, man. It's alright. Boy, why the fuck do I have Giants defense? Oh my goodness. Bro, what the fuck? The Giants defense is projected to get 3.8 points.
Bro, this is a bad podcast. Let's go.
It really is. Let me drop them. But
Thursday Night Football. Yeah. Yep. We had the Los Angeles Rams going to San Francisco on Thursday night. Mm-hmm. And this game was a disaster, bro.
It was awful. It was so ugly.
A video got posted before of like a jersey flying in the wind because it was so windy, and it's like, oh my gosh, they got to play in the wind. Nick Bosa, Dre Greenlaw, and Isaac Garindo were all active this game, which was supposed to be big for the Niners.
Mm-hmm. I would say they were. A couple of them were. Continue.
Yeah, for sure. I would say all 3 of them, actually. But, like,
fair.
The Rams had to play on a short week, and Matthew Stafford is 35 years old.
Did the Niners have to play on a short week as well? Or?
So I don't... But Matthew Stafford is 35 years old.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him too much for looking weak. Brock Purdy was abysmal.
Was awful. And I'll say the past couple of weeks, Brock Purdy has been missing his guys downfield. It's happened way too many times. He's been... I don't know if it's that shoulder that he missed. What game did he miss? The Packers game. I don't know if it's still his shoulder bugging him, but if he's not right, bro, just sit the fuck down. We'll get a better draft pick. We're not making the playoffs because I don't know what's going on. It's like towards the middle of the season, he was kind of looking decent, looking better, and then as of late, ever since he came back, he's underthrowing these deep passes, which he was hitting in routine earlier in the season. And then on that interception, it seems like he was trying to make up for what he did because it was literally the play before the interception. He had Ricky wide open. Ricky split the safeties, was wide open for a touchdown, and he underthrows it. Then it looks like he tried to force it and get it all back to JJ up the right sideline and throws that interception on where he just overthrew him crazy. Yeah, what wasn't a pretty game we weren't able to get it going on the ground either. Isaac Garindo only had average 3.6 yards per carry, but I thought he was not too much better, but a little better than what the numbers showed. Yeah, I think he was solid because Kyron Williams was kind of the same way. He just got more carries. He was just kind of just beating our defense.
He's always inefficient, but he just touches the ball so much. It don't matter.
Exactly.
Isaac Garindo, he still had himself a fine game. He was really good last week, so it sucks to see him come down a little bit. Yeah. Cooper Kupp didn't catch a single pass.
No, not one.
And that blows. Yeah. And Juwan Jennings, I needed you to be better. We already talked about fantasy football, but I needed you.
Yeah, I want to talk about Juwan Jennings and George Kittle. Coming to start the game, first play. was a slant to Deebo Samuel. It seemed like Kyle Shanahan was like, "Oh, Deebo, you wanted to say something? We're gonna give you the ball. You wanted to, make a tweet, delete it. We're gonna give you the ball." And Deebo was abysmal today. We talked about Brock Purdy being bad, which he was. Deebo Samuel was just as fucking bad. Was just as bad. I've said it all.
19 yards.
He had 7 targets. He had two rushes and had a total of 19 yards, like you said. So I don't know what more he wants. Does he want to touch the ball 20 times so he can get 40 yards? I don't know what it is. Al Michaels was saying it on the broadcast. This is, I think, his 5th game in a row where he's held under 40 scrimmage yards, which is god awful for how much he's being paid. And then that drop he had, like in the 3rd quarter, I think it was, if he catches that, he's walking into the end zone for a touchdown, and then he wants to beat himself up over it. And it's just to say all that shit and just, man. And then George Kittle has that 33-yard catch early in the game, and then I've said this ever since George Kittle's been on the team. He doesn't get the ball enough at all, and especially with us missing Brandon Ayuk, the way Deebo Samuel's playing, George Kittle should be the go-to guy no matter what. He shouldn't be having the same amount of targets as Deebo Samuel. Juwan Jennings shouldn't be having more targets than him. It just doesn't make any sense. I know he's such a great pass blocker, but it's just at some point we just have to say, George Kittle, what you do for us in the passing game is just outweighs what you do for us in the blocking game. So he just has to get the ball more. Him and JJ needed the ball more and cut Deebo's fucking targets in half and spread those. Get Ricky the ball some more, please. It's just
Ricky ain't been on nothing.
Nothing. After he looked solid, I think it was against Tampa, he had that touchdown. And then the next 4 games after that, he had like 0 targets, 0 yards. Yeah, what wasn't a very good game. I really don't have much to say here. We were talking about it before the game started. Sorry, Devondre Campbell. Kyle Shanahan was asked at the podium what happened with Devondre Campbell, because in the 3rd quarter he was just walking to the locker room. So Dre Greenlaw asked to come out the game because I guess he was winded, his first game back. So Devondre Campbell was asked to go into the game, and he says, "I'm not playing today," to Kyle Shanahan. So I guess he felt some type of way about Dre Greenlaw coming back and instantly taking his starting spot back or something. I'm not sure, but he just said he wasn't playing, so he got sent back to the locker room. And Charvarius Ward, our corner, said he's probably going to get cut. So we'll see what happens there. That just sums up the way this season has gone for us as a whole. But go ahead.
I was just gonna say, on the other side of the field, Puka Nacua had himself a very good game. Good. So
yeah,
shout out to all of his fantasy owners.
Kobe Turner, our boy, he's so good.
Our boy King Morgan. Shout out to him. I know he got Puka in his playoffs.
Shout out to you, Morgan. But yeah, Dre Greenlaw, first game back, he looked very good. Fred Warner was great as always. I thought Charvarius Ward, this was his best game since coming back after the passing of his daughter. Nick Bosa didn't have a sack, but I thought he was in the backfield pretty well. DeAndre Lenore did his thing, but yeah, other than that, I don't have much else to say. Kobe Turner was really good for the Rams. Who was it in coverage? Ahkello Witherspoon, former Niner, was pretty decent as well. And who was it? I think it was Cam Kearns. Where is he? He was pretty good on Cameron Curl. Sorry, Cameron Curl was pretty good on George Kittle as well. Down the field a couple of times, he played some good coverage on George Kittle. That's all I gotta say.
Cameron Curl came from the Commanders, right? Pretty certain of it. He's been pretty good all season for them, though. It's not that important. We don't have to.
I'm not looking it up. That's all I got to say about this game.
He came from the Commanders. Now we can move on. Usually we try to talk about Thursday Night Football for a little bit longer, but touchdowns.
It wasn't a good game. Yeah, it wasn't a good game. First game this season where it was all field goals.
Before we get into our preview, I'll get into my bold prediction. You got your this or that segment again, or was that a one-time?
No, that was a one-time thing. Oh, did you want that to be a reoccurring thing?
No, that's fine.
I think I said last week this is just a one-time thing. I just wanted to come with it. I'll bring it back next week.
You don't have to.
I didn't know the people loved it. No. I'm assuming you were getting flooded in your DMs.
Nah, that wasn't getting flooded. It was like this or that's cool, but who does he think he is? He's overstepping his boundaries. He's clearly an overreactions guy.
No, you're right. Stay in my lane is what
they were saying. They were saying overreactions is like $1 million segment. And he's trying to step out for these pennies, but he's just wasting his time.
No, you're right. Yes, sir. Go ahead with it.
It's like LeBron going and selling cars. It's like, Bron, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're right. Yes, sir.
But getting into bowl predictions, I got 4 for you this week. I was trying to find some fun ones, you know. I don't know how much we'll vibe with these though.
Okay.
First one.
Oh wait, sorry. I'm so sorry. I wanted this to, because we always struggle with the towel, so I wanted this to be like the overarching thing of this episode. I wanted to ask you, because I had the overreaction last episode about the Rams. How dangerous are the Rams if they get in? Like, do you think they could go on a run? Could they do, like, how good do you think, how well do you think they could compete in the NFC?
So they obviously looked incredibly weak today.
Yeah.
They didn't put up any touchdowns, but their defense held the Niners to 6 points, which is very impressive because their defense has been the weaker side of the football for them.
Absolutely.
I wholeheartedly believe that in the National Football League, coaching is the biggest thing. Obviously, you need talent. But the reason I don't think the Eagles can win the Super Bowl this year, and I know he has one with Nick Foles, but I think he has one with Nick Foles. That was still Sirianni, right?
I don't know if that was Doug Peterson, because he's the Philly.
Doug Peterson, Philly. Yep. So Nick Sirianni doesn't have one. I don't think Nick Sirianni is a very good coach. So I think if they play against Dan Campbell or they play against Kevin O'Connell, I don't know if the Rams can upset the Eagles, but their offense on a good day, where your 35-year-old quarterback has some rest,
can beat anybody.
They're dangerous, man.
Yeah.
They can beat
I don't think Cooper Kupp has another game where he has 0 catches, maybe for the rest of his life. So yeah, I had the overreaction last week, and I kind of believe in it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get to the NFC Championship game and the Rams are somehow there. Like, I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Now, do I have them getting to the Super Bowl and winning that NFC Championship game? Probably not, but I would not be surprised if we got the championship Sunday and the Rams were still there.
I still don't think they're top 4. I think that the top 3 in the NFC is locked in with the Lions, Eagles, Vikings.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I could see people picking them over the Packers or the Commanders or whoever they end up getting in over.
Yeah, and it's not even that I think, like, just roster for roster, team for team, they're towards the bottom of the NFL, like just the playoff teams. But I just think on any given Sunday, Matthew Stafford can just be the best quarterback on the field and just beat anybody in any given game. But it's, like I said, I don't think they're like top 3 or anything. But I just think literally anybody 1 through 7 in the NFC in the playoff picture, I think they can beat on any given Sunday.
And I think the experience is real. They know what it takes to get to the Super Bowl. They have a Super Bowl.
Yeah, one of the 2 quarterback head coach duos to have a Super Bowl right now. So why can't they? Why can't they do it again? And they played the Lions good last season in the playoffs, and I think they went to overtime with them. Was it this year, or was their playoff game overtime? One of the 2. One went down to the final play, and the other was overtime. So they played the Lions pretty well. I think they could, sneak a game against the Eagles and the Vikings. I think they could have a good chance to get it so as well. But yeah, that's what I just wanted to ask. Sorry, you can go into your bold predictions.
First one. The Lions lose to the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Which I know is not very bold.
Not bold, yeah, but.
But the part of it is this ties them with the Vikings. And the Minnesota Vikings win the NFC North.
I don't think that's crazy at all.
They play final week, so they would play. And if the Bills can pull this one off, they would look.
And if Roger Goodell has
somehow,
if Roger Goodell has any common sense, he would make that Sunday Night Football if that was for the division. I'm hoping. So to close out the season, the Vikings got Bears, Seahawks, Packers, then Lions, like you mentioned, and then the Lions got the Bills this week. Next week they got the Bears, they got the Niners and Vikings. So 2 kind of, tough-ish schedules. But you're saying if the Bills win, I wouldn't be shocked at all if the Vikings won the division. But I don't think the Bills will win. But if they did, I'll buy that. If the Bills win this week.
So you're saying the Vikings can win Week 18?
Yeah, for sure. The Vikings can beat the Lions. Would I pick it? I'm not
sure. They played
them
great the first time.
Exactly. They can beat them, but I probably wouldn't pick it. But I would definitely wouldn't be shocked.
Next one. Last week, Josh Allen had 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold had 5.
Yeah.
We get another week where a quarterback has at least 5 touchdowns.
Dang. The way the Bears looked last week against the Niners, Sam Darnold could do it again. The Lamar Jackson, I think, could be a candidate to do it again realistically. If I had to bet on one quarterback this week, I think it could be Lamar Jackson because he didn't look great before the bye week the past couple of weeks. Then you have the bye to get right. Now you have a team in the Giants that you can beat up on and be your kind of get right game. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens come out and just mop the floor with the Giants and just make a statement.
Jaden Daniels could do it.
Jaden Daniels could do it. Playing the Saints.
I'm begging for Buccaneers Chargers to be a high scoring game. I was just
about to say my dark horse one would be Baker Mayfield to do it. I think Baker could do it the way he's been playing all season. He's been electric. I think he could do it. I don't know if the Chargers defense would allow it, but I think that could be a really thing. I think that could be a really good game. So my dark horse pick would be Baker. But if I had to stamp, you said two will do it.
No, just one.
Just one. I think yeah, and I think it's Lamar Jackson. I think he has Jackson 5 on Sunday.
Okay. Next one.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Taylor hasn't been very good these last couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He goes into Denver against a very solid defense and runs all over them, leading the Colts to a victory. It would be an upset victory.
Yeah, and this, if the Colts win this game, you're one game back of the Broncos. You're one game back, yep. So you're right there. So if you lose this game, this really shuts your chances out of making the playoffs. You're gonna need the Broncos to literally fall apart. But I'm not gonna take this one here because the Broncos defense is really solid. So I'm not gonna take this one here. And Jonathan Taylor hasn't shown me much of anything as of late to think this is the game where he turns it around. So no, I'm not.
They just kind of need it.
They do. They do. They have to go balls to the wall here, whatever you got, because if you're playing anybody else, this will be a big game. But this is the team that's sitting right in front of you. So this is your season right here. So, you know.
And I think Shane Steichen's a coach that can scheme something up for them to pull off this upset.
And especially with AR coming back into the lineup, I thought Jonathan Taylor would have picked things up, but it hasn't really been the case. So, no, I'm not gonna buy into this one. I think Broncos win this game.
Fair enough. Last one. Even without George Pickens, the Steelers go into Philadelphia and upset the Eagles because of Mike Tomlin's coaching.
Yeah, and because of TJ Watt. Because as good as the Eagles have been, their passing game hasn't been great in this win streak. It's been more so Jalen Hurts, just don't lose us the game. Exactly. Just don't lose us the game. Don't turn the ball over. I was saying earlier in the season, they just need to realize Saquon Barkley is their best player and get him the ball. And that's what they've been doing. And I don't want to say this turmoil, this beef that they had is going to be the same thing that happened to them last year where they just fall apart. But to have that happen and then you have to play a team like the Steelers where it's going to be a rough kind of, you get it out the mud type of game. I don't know if I can pick them. So I probably lean towards Steelers winning this game. So yeah, I buy into this one.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think Steelers.
Well, I got for you. We can move on to our previews.
All right. Getting into our Week 15 preview, man. The season is almost over. The Washington.
Before we get anywhere, I would just like to say there's no more buys, but we got full slates again. So if we speed through a couple games, it's because there's a lot of games and there's a lot of shitters.
And I don't know if we said, but if you guys are here, be sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Oh my!
Yeah, we're kind of deep in. We haven't really talked about a whole lot of anything, but we're kind of deep in still. So yeah, be sure to go down and like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Share with a friend, and let's get into this review. But like I was saying, the Washington Commanders head to New Orleans to play the New Orleans Saints. I think pretty easily here. I'm going to take the Commanders. They just need it because you got the Rams on your ass. So I think they need this here because the Rams could honestly get in if the Commanders lose a couple here down the stretch. The Rams could jump in and don't even have to win in division. So I think the Commanders come out here and win this game, dominate this game. Jaden Daniels it's not like he's been putting up those crazy rushing numbers, but the rushing attempts have been there. So it looks like they're trying to get that back going. So I'm going to take the Commanders here to, look closer to what they have been, what they were earlier in the season and put up those, impressive numbers.
Terry McLaurin has the most 100-yard games this season.
Shout out to Scary
Receiving
Terry.
games. 100-yard receiving games.
I figured.
Kind of crazy. It's not Rustin, it's not Jamar, it's Terry McLaurin. And they finally get him a quarterback.
When Jamar's having a great game, it's not 100, it's fucking 300 yards. So, yeah, that's not surprising. Shout out to Terry.
The Commanders picked up KJ Osborne from New England. They mutually agreed to part ways.
Yeah.
And he was he was very decent in Minnesota. So I think that if he can go over there and provide them anything, it's a free receiver that's better than whoever they got at fifth string now. So I mean, why not? Why not try? They did this
a few weeks back when we were talking about the challenge. He saved Nelson out of the car. When Nelson got into that car accident, he was there to save Nelson from that burning car. So shout out to KJ Osborne.
Bro, speaking of the challenge, a little tangent real quick. I haven't watched the episode from yesterday yet, but I'm kind of sad too because I was scrolling through Twitter.
No, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
And I see a post by Corey Wharton.
No.
And all I read before I scroll through is it's not the way I wanted it to end.
Dang.
So I don't know if he gets eliminated, if he gets purged, or if he gets injured. Yeah, I don't know what happens, but the targets from last episode were him, Jordan, and Derek. I don't know if you remember Derek. He was the smaller gay guy.
Derek? Isn't Derek a black ball guy? Who's that? That's Darren, isn't it? Darrell. That's Darrell. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Darrell.
Yeah. My fault. Let's move on.
Anyways,
go.
They did the same thing with Noah Brown, and Noah Brown's been very serviceable over there. So, the Saints have 5 wins this season, and it feels like I have confidently picked against them every week since like week 3. So
yeah.
You never know. Jake Hayner's getting the start though, so I can't see them. I would, if I still had betting apps, I would pretty easily predict the under for the Saints this week.
Do we see Spencer Rattler in this game?
No, I don't know why he's not starting.
Okay. All right.
This game should be a blowout by halftime.
Yeah. Moving on to the Kansas City Chiefs heading to Cleveland to play the Cleveland Browns. I don't think we need to spend much time here. Anymore. Yeah, Jameis, man, I love the story. I love rooting for Jameis. I love the post game, or the pregame, speeches to fire up the team. But I'm not picking against the Chiefs here. They're gonna find a way. This game will fuck around, be good the entire way. But block field goal, they go miss it, and the Chiefs are just gonna find a way to pull it out. Like this could be a game where Jameis looks phenomenal, but in the end, the Chiefs are just gonna, do something to win this game.
I have picked Jameis pretty much every week since he came back, other than the Ravens. I can't do it anymore. I have to put my brain before my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also picked against the Chiefs on some hate and shit the last several weeks. This is a game that's going to come around and bite me in the ass. I'm picking against both of my previous statements, and it's like, the Browns are going to come out here and win by a game-winning field goal from Dustin Hopkins, who's been terrible this year. Hollywood Brown got his practice window back open, so that's pretty cool. He should be back before the end of the season.
On to Bengals at Titans. I don't know how much time we need to spend here. I'm sure we're both taking the Bengals. I don't got much to say about this game. Yeah, give me the Bengals and Joe Burrow.
Burrow and Jamar can play buddy ball all game again. The Bengals are unfortunately just starting the playoff push a little bit too late. The Broncos' last 4 games,
you said he's going to talk to him. How'd that talk go? You said you were going to talk to him. You guys talk every Wednesday?
I couldn't get a hold of him yesterday because he's going through that home invasion and that model shit, and it's like, Joe, I love you, always here for you. Figure that out. I don't really know what's going on. I don't want to look too much into it because I don't like it. No. I don't like getting into people's personal lives like that. But it seemed, in the interviews I saw of him, he just seemed super distraught. So I hope that doesn't affect his game.
Yeah.
But the Broncos' last 4 games are the Colts, Chargers, Bengals, and Chiefs. The Colts, Chargers, Bengals, and Chiefs.
You're saying the Bengals, talking about the Bengals' way to get in or something?
Yep. If they win out, they end up 9-8. If the Broncos lose out, which there's a chance, they would be 8-9. So the Bengals have a very slim chance, but there's still a chance.
There's still a chance. You're right. There's still a chance. But moving on to the Miami Dolphins heading to Houston to play the Texans.
And this is where I see the Bengals' chance ending because Tua Tagovailoa has been one of the best quarterbacks in football lately. The Texans are. I picked the Texans to win the AFC before the season started, and they have been nowhere near the team that. They have been nowhere. Well, you did know that because it was on this podcast with you.
I didn't remember. Like, damn, man, my fault. Like, continue, bro.
But the Texans have been extremely disappointing. I still expect it to be a good game and a high-level quarterback battle, but I think that Mike McDaniel just runs some bullshit that Tua will look great with, and they'll just put up too many points for the Texans to
Yeah, no Azeez Al-Shire, their starting linebacker, because he's serving his suspension for that hit on Trevor Lawrence. So I expect the
Bro,
Dolphins to come out here. Go ahead, go ahead.
Do you see his tweet?
That villain shit. If y'all want me to be the villain, I'll be the villain. I was telling Suze, like, I love Azeez. He's former Niner. He's great. He was great in the locker room. The guys love him. But it's just like that was just not that didn't even correlate. Yeah, it was just like you hit a guy, like you fucking damn near killed Trevor Lawrence.
Killed him.
Like, how are you the villain in this? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
you're the jackass.
Yeah, why are you wearing this like some kind of like the NFL did you dirty? Like it was a bad call or something. Like you clearly, but it's whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Dolphins here. The Texans haven't looked great this season, like you said earlier. And I just don't know. The Dolphins defense has been pretty solid as of late. I would say it hasn't been phenomenal, but I think it's been on the uptick.
Shout out Chop Robinson.
Shout out, and I'm gonna take the Dolphins here in Tua because he's been probably the best quarterback playing since he's been back. So,
Chop Robinson could be hurt and I wouldn't even know it.
Moving on, I picked the Giants every week this season, and it does not stop. The Baltimore Ravens head to New York to play the Giants coming off of their bye week. I said Lamar Jackson was going to have a Jackson 5. Well, Drew Lock is going to have fucking 6 of them.
Lock it in. Lock the Giants.
I'm taking the Ravens.
Lock the Giants.
I will say, before this season, Lamar Jackson has only lost to one NFC team. That NFC team
Daniel Jones.
Was the New York Giants. So I'm putting
it was Daniel Jones.
It's
not going to be Tommy DeVito. He's not losing to Tommy DeVito.
I'm putting it out there, but I'm taking the Ravens pretty easily. I said
Drew Lock is in a walking boot. He's not playing.
Yeah, I said it earlier. I was just talking out of my ass. I said it earlier. I'm taking the Ravens. Lamar Jackson's gonna fucking shit on them.
This will be Lamar Jackson's 100th game.
Oh really? So he's got to put on a special performance. He's got to. So
they had him edited with like the grandpa filter with the big ass beard and the gray hair and everything.
Bro, I'm seeing so many of those fucking Family Guy edits now. The NFL is even posting edits and shit, bro. The NFL themselves are even posting edits of that. But yeah, Ravens pretty easily.
My favorite player in the league just won't be getting much watch time from me this week because they should squash the Giants.
Absolutely. Moving on. Oh my goodness. I got the Jets.
I got the Jets solely because Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson are better than Brian Thomas and Tank Bigsby.
All right, moving on.
Aaron Rodgers looked pretty good in the pocket last week, but this is a shit fest that I just don't care about.
I don't know if that'll get a second of watch time out of me. Moving on to the Dallas Cowboys.
I wrote, wow, I might go out of my way to not watch this game.
No, I don't think I'll be able to tell you what jerseys they have on in that game. Moving on to the Dallas Cowboys, heading to Carolina to play the Panthers. Does Bryce Young continue his, elite level play as of late?
For the first time in 33 games, the Carolina Panthers are favored to win a game.
Wow. But I don't think they win this game. I'm taking the Cowboys.
DeMarvion Overshawn suffered a serious knee injury out for the season.
Man, that sucks. For him to miss his rookie year with the torn ACL in preseason, to come back, look phenomenal this year, then just to tear everything. ACL, MCL, PCL, it sucks. And they're saying there's a possibility he doesn't. They're shooting for 2026 to be his return. Jerry Jones was saying that. It's going. That sucks, bro. Shout out to him because he was looking phenomenal for it.
He was great.
Yeah, genuinely
great. He was probably all pro.
He was amazing. But like I said, go ahead.
I want the Panthers to have a higher draft pick, and I'm rooting for you, Bryce. I want you to as D Mills would say, I want you to suck good, but
I think they will suck good. I think they will suck. That's what the Panthers have been in every game the past 3 games against
they're the Toronto Raptors.
Against quality opponents, bro. Quality opponents. Where the Bucks goes down to the wire, the Chiefs goes down to the wire, the Giants go down to the wire. You beat the Saints before that. It was they've been playing some good the Eagles, sorry, I missed the Eagles as well. So they've been playing some good ball recently, but I think the Cowboys defense ever since Micah has came back has gone to a different level. They've been playing fairly well as of late, so I'm going to take the Cowboys here to give Bryce a bit of problems, and if Cooper Rush can just play some turnover-free football, I think the Cowboys. And the way Rico Dowdle has been looking as of late, he's been looking a lot better. I think the Cowboys win this game.
I agree.
Moving on to what could possibly be game of the week. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to LA to play the Los Angeles Chargers, man. 2 teams I want to win because obviously I love the Chargers, and I also want the Bucs to win their division. But in the end, I think I'm gonna take the Bucs here. I have not liked what I've seen from the Chargers as of late, to be honest. It just ever since JK has gone down, their offense has not looked very good. They're relying on Gus Edwards a lot of the time to to carry the load, and it just hasn't worked. I said Justin Herbert was gonna have to be playing at some elite level, above and beyond for them to win games going down the stretch, and he hasn't been that up until this point. Not saying he can't, but it could be tough going against this Bucs defense. But I just think I'm just gonna take the Bucs here, and then what should be kind of like a 20-17 type game. I think it'll be. Baker Mayfield's just gonna find a way, I think, and if Bucky Irvin is good to go in this game, I think he's gonna be the difference maker in this game as well.
Oh, stop!
He's better than Rachaad White, bro. Go ahead.
Leave Bucky alone. Rachaad is their guy.
Go ahead, bro. Leave the fuck alone.
I also said this might be game of the week. The 4 o'clock slates this week is way better than the 1 o'clock slate.
It's about damn time. It's about time because you finished those 1 o'clock games and you can just go fucking nap most weeks this season. It's been awful.
And I like that they didn't alternate them. They're all just 4:25 games. There's no early starters.
I kind of like the early starter though, because it's like, okay, if this one shit, it's like, all right, you're out of the way. But now it's like I want to watch the start of each game because you never know what could happen. I like the couple to start at 4 than the 4:25 one. And it's also like you're not getting all the games at halftime at the same time. It's like, oh, the 4 o'clock games at halftime. Oh, the 4:25 one is still on. You know what I mean?
I don't like the alternation.
Oh, okay.
I also took Tampa. I want Baker to keep stringing wins together so they can make the playoffs, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But my real question: Mike Evans needs 410 in the last 4 games. He only had 69 last week. Nice.
It's gonna be tough, man. Let me look at their schedule to end the season. So you got
Chargers, he needs 103 yards this game.
You got Chargers, Cowboys, Panthers, Saints. Fuck, maybe just save yourself for the last 2 weeks and put up a 200 each against the Panthers and Saints, because man, I'm gonna say I'm still gonna say he doesn't get it. I'm gonna still say he doesn't get it. But if he's within 300 yards in these last 2 weeks, boy, Baker's gonna give him 15 targets a game, bro. They're gonna.
He only needs 410.
I just don't know if he gets that though. 410 it's only 410, but that's him averaging over 100 yards per game to close.
103 yards a game.
I just don't know. Next week you see the Cowboys. You got Trayvon Diggs on you, so I don't know. I don't know if he gets it.
That's burnt toast right there. He's been bad this year.
I'm gonna say I'm still leaning towards no. He doesn't get it. I'm rooting for him to get it, but I'm still gonna lean towards no.
Fair enough. Before we move on, I would just like to say that visually, I'm an offensive guy, but visually, Diane Henley is really fun to watch for the Chargers. He's the linebacker over there, and he's just super fast and super athletic. So those are my favorite type of linebacker. Shout out Darren Lee.
Moving on. No women's college basketball to talk about today. Your Ohio State girls. You said you was gonna mention one time in an episode.
They played on Tuesday, so it was like. Actually, you're right, bro. So they won by 40. She had 8.6 assists.
Okay.
Shout out Madison Green. Cody McMahon just came back from her foot injury, and her best friend Kennedy Cambridge now has a major foot injury. So they just traded boots apparently, yeah. But maybe with Kennedy being out, we get some more Madison Green minutes.
All right, moving on. Oh,
I love you.
Moving on to a game you talked about earlier in your bold predictions. The Indianapolis Colts head to Denver to play the Denver Broncos. I already talked about it earlier, like I said. I just think the Broncos win here. Their defense has been pretty solid all season, to be honest. And Jonathan Taylor, I haven't liked what I've seen from him in the run game ever since AR has been back. I thought that would change things for the Colts offense, but it really hasn't. And it could be a tough game for Anthony Richardson here. We talked about it earlier to where it's like if you looked at his box score, especially against the Patriots, I think it was, you would think he wasn't very good. But he was actually pretty solid, and I think the box score may actually show his production in this game. If he's 12 for 24, I think it'll look that way if you end up watching the game. And with what I've seen from Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos, I just don't think they lose this game. Him and Cortland Sutton, that connection that they've put together for the past the past few weeks has looked phenomenal. Bo Nix has been very good for like the past 8 weeks now. He's been really making a case for Rookie of the Year. So if him and Courtland Sutton can keep that connection going, they can get something, anything in that run game, take the load off of Bo Nix, and if he continues to play the way he's been playing, stepping up into the pocket, setting his feet. I've been saying it for months. If Bo Nix could just set his feet, step up into the pocket when you're feeling pressure from the edges, you'll be fine, and that's what he's been doing. So shout out to Bo Nix. I got the Broncos.
Bro, Courtland Sutton is just so good at football. And a genuine question. I've hate watched the Broncos for most of this season, right?
That's so gross.
Hate watching the Broncos?
Yeah. Just hate watching in general.
And this isn't even a major hate watch, but I'm rooting for them to miss the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not because I hate the Broncos, not because I hate Bo anymore, but because I just genuinely think that both the Colts and the Dolphins have a better chance to do something if they were to make the playoffs, especially the Dolphins.
I think the Dolphins do. I don't think the Colts do. I think the Colts would definitely be a one and done, but I think if the Dolphins get in, they can definitely make some noise. But I think the Broncos can as well. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos, and they fuck around, not win their wild card game, but if it's a good game, they're in it till the end.
Beat the other team up at least, yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson, play a good game of football, damn it. And I miss the days when Michael Pittman knew what football was.
When Michael Football knew what Pittman was. Moving on to the Patriots.
Bo Nix. Oh. You should be opening your front door and seeing some flowers on your front step here in the next couple days because I sent them.
Wow.
You deserve them.
Wow, man. That is character development for you right there, ladies and gentlemen. Start of the season off saying, I hate Bo Nix. He's not good. Now he's... And that takes a man to admit that, to change your ways. So shout out to you.
I was wrong. I said a couple weeks. I said about halfway through the season that I was wrong. I admitted it. Mm-hmm. He's been great. He's probably
any chance he wins Rookie of the Year?
Absolutely zero.
And I think Brock Bowers should be Rookie of the Year at this point.
Brock Bowers is my Rookie of the Year. Jaden is second, and then it's between Caleb and Bo for third.
Really?
Yeah.
You think it's a conversation between Caleb and Bo? I don't think it's up for debate.
I would give Bo the edge, but I think Caleb has just looked very serviceable with the fucking shit show that's been going on in Chicago all season. So I mean, I think when players can still rise above the circumstances they're playing through, it's kind of cool. But Bo would be third.
Okay. It doesn't really matter.
Marvin Harrison should be in the fucking conversation, but he doesn't want to get the ball for some reason. And Malik Neighbors want to. I ain't paid for the plane.
Speaking of Marvin Harrison, the Arizona Cardinals host the New England Patriots. I fuck around take the Patriots in this game, bro. I'm tired of the Cardinals, bro. The Cardinals, they were looking like they were going to run away with the NFC West 4 weeks ago. They were on like a 3-game lose. I think they're still on that 3-game losing streak. Sorry. They lost to the Seahawks, I think. Was it last week? Was it the Seahawks last week? In that super disappointing game? Yeah, it was 30-18 to the Seahawks last week. They played the Vikings well, but then it's just week to week with the Cardinals. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Kyler Murray, get Marvin Harrison the ball, get Trey McBride a touchdown. I think I'm taking the Patriots here. I'm taking Drake May to have himself a very good game. This Cardinals defense from time to time has looked better than what it is. I don't think it's a very good defense by any means, so I think Drake May can do whatever he wants on this defense this coming Sunday. So that's what I'm going to take. I'm going to take Drake May to have maybe his best game of his young career against the Cardinals in this game.
If the Cardinals can't win this game, then holy moly, there's something wrong. Like something seriously wrong. Kyler, you got to be better, brother. You can't be on a 3-game losing streak. We wanted you to make the playoffs, and it's just... I ordered your jersey because I wanted you to make the playoffs. So, but I'm pointing this way. It looks like I'm pointing at the bed, but
that's what I thought you were pointing at.
But it's crazy that it's what is Drake May? 22, 23?
No clue. I'd assume so.
It's crazy. He got traded for a 72-year-old coach. And shout out to him, Bill Belichick, 5-year contract to be the head coach.
That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. Yeah, that is kind of weird. But yeah, shout out to Bill Belichick.
72 years old. He'll be 77 when that deal ends. And he said that his goal with that organization is to make them into an NFL stepping stone. He wants the guys to come there, get known what the NFL is going to be about, get them ready to go there, and create real NFL production. And I think it's beautiful.
I really thought this was just going to be 1 year off for him, and he'd be back in the NFL. So to see him go to college it's going to be weird, but it's just like, dang, I really thought he would just be back in the NFL. But it also would be weird seeing him coach another NFL team, and that's not the Patriots at this point.
Exactly. And he didn't go to like a Tennessee or an Ole Miss or a team that's like already established a little bit. He went to North Carolina, which is a basketball school. Their football team's never very good. And he's going to build them into a powerhouse. I don't know if it was...
Trubisky went there as well, right?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay. I think he did.
I'm honestly disappointed in myself. I didn't know that because I liked Mitch Trubisky a lot.
I'm pretty sure he did. Because I remember him in that like baby blue.
Yeah, he went to North Carolina.
Yuck! Anything else you had?
We
moving on.
No, we can move on. So the real game of the week: the Buffalo Bills go into Detroit against the Detroit Lions. And I know you saw the video of the team of the Lions walking on that sideline, all dapping each other up, and you didn't see the video because you're looking at me like I'm crazy. But there was a video that was posted, and the whole Lions team was just walking by, dapping each other up. The coaches were all like in motion. The players were all in motion. It's like they're robots, just in synchronization.
Machine, yeah, just a well-oiled machine.
And Dan Campbell built a culture around there, and this is what when I say I wish more teams could do this. My favorite basketball team is the Miami Heat, and they've had a culture forever.
Culture. Like they fucking shove it down our throats. We know. Go ahead.
Drew Smith was my least favorite basketball player in the entire league.
I remember you saying that.
I hated him with a passion. And he is a better player than Terry Rozier right now.
And Terry Rozier was no bullshit today again.
He's just bad in general. Drew Smith is one of our best defenders. Like I enjoy watching him play now, and it's crazy because I hated his guts. Like just seeing him sitting on the bench boiled my blood. And now I like when he comes into the game, it's like, yes, we got defense. Get him off of the two-way contract. Give him a real deal. Like it makes me upset to say, but he deserves it. And Josh Christopher, get him up too, because Alec Burks is okay. He's on a 1-year deal, but he's mid.
And now you brought up the Heat. What's your thoughts on all this Jimmy Butler situation?
Bro, he is hilarious. He is one of the funniest guys in the world, bro. He came into the league, or not the league. I'm sorry. He came into the season with his blue hair, and then so it was the Mavericks, the Rockets, and the Warriors. So he started with like the bleached hair. It was like the yellow stuff, and then he moved it to blue, and then he moved it to red, and then he went to blue. I'm sorry. So he had yellow, red, and blue, and it was the Warriors colors, the Mavericks colors, and the Rockets colors. And it's like, was Jimmy giving us hints this whole time? And now his agent came out and was like, I never said any of that shit. Shams is just talking out of his ass.
On Shams. He went off.
Like,
I gave you a pass the last time, but not. Yeah.
They community noted Shams. That's nuts.
Really? I didn't see that. But yeah, he went off.
But it was like, if Jimmy was doing these colors for the teams he was interested in, it'd be hilarious if he came out and had orange hair next game. You'll never believe what color his hair was tonight.
Yeah, it was orange. It was orange,
bro. I love him to death. He's not going anywhere. I wholeheartly. You remember when Giannis was like, if the team don't figure it out, I'm gonna be out of here. I just think Jimmy's putting pressure on Pat Riley because he has to. Because Pat Riley, wake up from your damn nap, bro.
Yeah, he'd be asleep during the trade deadline. Yeah.
Get back to the Bills and Lions,
football,
though.
Yeah.
I needed the Bills to beat the Rams last week because I wanted them to be the 1 seed. It's probably locked for Kansas City to be the 1 seed now, so that sucks for the Bills. However, I still want them to beat the Lions for my propaganda of the Vikings winning their division. Detroit, like I said, is just operating on a robotic level, and they'll probably pull it out somehow. They'll go for it on fourth down.
I'm definitely going to take the Lions here, especially after what I saw from the Bills' defense last week to let up 44 points. Granted, it was Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and Puka doing their thing. But wasn't a good performance from the Bills' defense last week. So if the Rams are doing that to you, what are Sonic and Knuckles, as they like to be called, what are they going to do to you? What is Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown going to do to you? Sam Laporta, So I'm gonna take the Lions here, in which I hope it's not a fucking.
Mention the Buckeye. Mention the Buckeye. Mention the Buckeye.
Jameson Williams.
There you go.
I just hope this isn't a game that just disappoints. Everybody's watching this game, all eyes on this game, and it just ends up being one of the shittier games of the week. So I'm gonna take the Lions here just because of what I saw from the Bills defense last week. And like you said, the Lions actually have something to play for it in this case, whereas the
Why isn't this prime time?
What is prime time? But as I was saying, whereas the Bills really
Packers, Seahawks. Monday Night Football is Bears, Vikings, and then Falcons, Raiders.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I could not tell you. Boy, I hate the 2 Monday Night Football games. I hate that shit. That is just awful. But
I genuinely might even double box this. I might just solely watch the Bears, Vikings because I don't give a damn what the
Raiders, Falcons. What the fuck?
And I don't even like watching Kirk Cousins, and you got him playing against the Raiders?
He's been hot ass. I have no desire to watch that game. Moving on to the Pittsburgh Steelers heading to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. We talked about this a little bit earlier, and I said I think I'm going to take the Steelers here because I think, like I said, I think this is going to muck it up type of game. Shout out D Mills. You're going to have to muck it up. It's going to be get it out the mud. I think it's going to be one of those games, and that just leans in the Steelers' favor, I think. Because Russell Wilson has showed he can play that short passing game, or he can air it out when he needs to. And with T.J. Watt, bro, he's a one-man wrecking crew. He can be him and a bunch of nobodies on that defense, and that defense will somehow be elite. So I'm just gonna lean towards the Steelers, selling all out for the Saquon Barkley in that running game, and making Jalen Hurts beat them with his arm, not his legs, or not with Saquon Barkley's legs, or hell, with the way they play him, Kenny Gainwell's legs. So they're gonna make Jalen Hurts beat them with his arm, and I just don't know if they're gonna allow that to happen, or if Jalen Hurts is capable of doing that to the Steelers defense.
I saw a stat, and you never know on the media if it's true or not, but I saw a stat that said Saquon's been tackled at the 1 yard line 11 times this season.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And Jalen Hurts took 10 of them.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
AJ Brown said there's no issue between the two of them.
Yeah, but it's everything has already been said now. It's like, I'd rather you just fucking say no comment. Like, I'd rather than just lie. Like, Brandon Graham had no reason to just say that if it wasn't true. So
he might go out there and get 39 targets this game.
Yeah,
I originally picked the Eagles. I originally picked the Eagles to win this game, but Mike Tomlin is better than Nick Sirianni, so give me the Steelers.
Have we disagreed? We might be in agreement for the whole way.
Nah, we disagreed.
Did you take the Colts?
Yeah.
Did you take the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, we disagreed a couple times. Moving on, Smallz, I need you, man. I need you to give me my cue. It's SNF, man. Where you at?
Drum roll. Hit it.
Waiting all day for a Sunday night. The Green Bay Packers head to Seattle to play the Seattle Seahawks. I think I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love, to beat the Seahawks here. The Seahawks, they're 8-5 and leading the NFC West, but I don't think they're that good of a team. We've been saying it for a while now. It's a lot of Geno Smith just willing them to wins, and I don't know how long he'll be able to keep that up for, so I'm going to take the Packers here. Jordan Love has been turning the ball over a lot less in the past few weeks, so I like him to have himself a pretty decent game here against the Seahawks defense that you can have your way with at times. Not that they've been. This guy's changed fucking 7 times today,
bro. I can't find something I like.
But yeah, I'm gonna take the Packers here, and Jordan Love to continue their play and beat the Seahawks. I think the Rams pull this division out. By the way, go ahead.
I'm gonna take the Packers here, and Jordan Love continues his play and beats the Seahawks. I think the Rams take this division. By the way,
boom. Let's get it. Moving on.
I'm just kidding. Geno refuses to lose, but
that's it. That's literally it. Yeah.
I do think they fall for this one because Kenny Walker still didn't practice today. It's looking like he might miss another week. Zach Charbonnet balled his ass off last week. The Seahawks have to win this week. They have to win to keep their throat on the rest of the NFC West. Or like you said, I think the Rams can't. I'm pretty sure
the Seahawks have a little, not a tough stretch, but it is kind of tough. Packers, Vikings, Bears, Rams. So there's a couple Week 18 games that are gonna be for the division. But yeah, I'm taking the Packers there. Moving on to the
Bears at Vikings
of our Monday Night Football games.
Monday Night Football.
The Bears,
like I said earlier,
like a 7-game losing streak, bro.
Yeah, they can't win. Like I said earlier, Caleb Williams is one of the few bright spots on this roster. On whether it's the coaching staff, the roster construction, his teammates.
Yeah,
it's just
last week we whooped their ass like 38 to whatever. But I thought Caleb Williams was still pretty decent against us. He played a pretty decent game, I think. But yeah,
and like I said when we talked about the Lions, I just wish they could build a culture because the Bears they've had this defensive culture forever. But like,
yeah, exactly, like culture. But it's like when you can't just be okay, we're gonna stop you and that's how we're gonna win. We're gonna win by our defense. Yeah, like I think you said last episode. Yes, defense wins championships, but in the end, you do need some offense. And I think it's been the Bears the case for the Bears for too long now. To where it's like we're relying on our defense, and our defense is going to win us games. Because it's been this way with Justin. It's this way with Caleb now. It was this way with Mitch. It's like eventually we need the offense to take the lead and, to be what we rely on at the end of the day. But I'm going to take the Vikings here. They're clearly the better team. The Bears have been reeling. Losers of 7 in a row. There's no reason why I would take the Bears here.
Sam Darnold was Week 14 NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yetur Gross-Matos, Niner, was the Defensive Player of the Week. Had 3 sacks.
I think it's glorious that regardless of what the media is talking about, J.J. McCarthy has just continued to be Sam Darnold's biggest fan. And I just think that's so cool. A young guy like that could easily be like preying on his downfall. That's my job when I come back. But no, he roots for Sam. He wants Sam to win. He wants his team to win. He's there every step of the way, and it's beautiful. And as I've said several times, he's a Michigan guy, so I didn't really like him. But he's turned my heart. I think that I'm gonna like JJ McCarthy a lot when he comes back.
Is that gonna change your whole perception on Michigan players, or just JJ? Okay, there's our answer. Moving on to.
Don't ever ask a stupid ass question like that again.
Yes,
the Vikings will continue to keep their hot breath on the Lions' back. Give me the Vikings.
Yes, sir. Moving on to the Atlanta Falcons. Yep. Thank you, Falcons. All right.
I wrote. Why is this Monday Night Football? Question mark. I genuinely don't care. Falcons should win.
Yep.
And that sucks because they got Brock Bowers and Max Crosby, who are just so good. But like, go be good on another team. And before we move on, as I said earlier, there's no more buys, so we don't need to talk about that anymore. I know before I was mentioning like we won't get to see this team, and if for all the music fans out there, for all the Tiny Desk fans out there, Billie Eilish was on Tiny Desk today, and she is glorious. So go ahead and give that a listen.
And she is glorious looking.
What about her exactly?
Everything. She's just a beautiful woman.
Fair enough. Good answer.
She's a beautiful woman. As always,
so back off.
With the Thursday episodes, we have to do our 4-man fantasy. Last week, I think I had the first pick. So, Smallz, you have the honor of having the first pick this week.
And you beat me for the last time in a while last week.
For the first time in a while.
For the first time in a while last week. What did I say?
Yeah, the last time in a while. You're starting off with the AFC West.
Can we just rig it to where I can get the AFC North?
No, sir.
And why not?
The higher ups don't allow that. The higher ups of the Hurls and Small Show, our producers.
Name them.
They don't want to be named. They don't want to be out there yet. But in due time. The AFC West.
So who do I? AFC West.
Yeah.
So just write it down because you know what I'm taking.
He's taking Brock Bowers.
He's taking Brock Bowers.
like have some fun with it, man. Fuck. I'm landing on the AFC East.
Can I? You haven't picked yet. Can I take it back?
Yeah.
I don't like Monday Night Football games.
Okay.
But I also don't want the other guys. Give me Brock Bowers. I'm sorry. I genuinely thought about changing, but like I don't want nobody else over there.
All right, I land on the AFC East. I got the Bills against the Lions. Josh Allen's coming off a 6-touchdown game. Can you give me something like that again this week? The Jets, no. I mean, they're playing the Jags, maybe.
Can't take Brock Bowers. You took Brock Bowers last week.
Wow, what an honest man. What an honest man. Hold on. Okay. The producers just said for you being so honest that they will allow you to have the AFC North this week.
Nah, we not.
Nah, fuck the producers. Nah, I'm talking. So who you taking?
Give me Kelsey.
All right. Oh man, do I want to take Tua or do I want to take Josh? Give me Josh Allen. Give me Josh Allen. Tua's been phenomenal, but Josh Allen in this game, I think this could be a super high scoring game. Could be game of the week. Give me Josh Allen.
Plus, he's got a hot fiance.
Yep. Spinning.
Too. I don't know.
Spinning for you. You got the NFC South.
NFC South on.
Assuming you're not taking Falcons because you already said you hate Monday Night Football.
So I could take the best running back in Tampa.
Please take Rachaad White. Please. Take him. Take him.
Give me Kamara.
Look at he's just so good, but you don't want to take him.
Give me Bijan.
But you said you don't like Monday Night Football. Bijan's just like so Monday good, Night so Football. He just trumps that.
Give me Kamara.
All right. And I landed on the AFC South.
Frosty, if the Saints suck and Kamara sucks, I'm on your ass. It's your fault. Hey, Frosty, if Kamara sucks, that Marvel Rivals tag you was begging for, I'm deleting it.
Boom. I landed on the AFC South, so I took Josh Allen, so I got running back, receiver, tight end. The Titans, I could take Tony Pollard. Dang, I'm not taking a Jag. The Texans.
Dalton Schultz, he was really good for me.
I might take Joe Mixon. What other team am I missing in that division? The South.
Jonathan
the Colts.
Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor is there. I guess. Give me Joe Mixon. Nah! You didn't go yet, like you said. Yeah, nah. Fuck it. Jonathan Taylor on my fantasy team, so I need you. So fuck it. Let me root for you and give me Jonathan Taylor. It's a bad pick, bro.
I think it's a glorious pick.
Of course you do. You're landing on the. This close to the AFC North. You're landing on the NFC East.
What? I can't get Saquon.
Yeah, it's alright.
Give me that big motherfucker.
That big motherfucker.
AJ
Brown. AJ Brown, yep. We got the AFC North, the NFC North, and the NFC West left. And I'm landing on the NFC North. So it's going to be a 50-50 for the AFC North. The NFC North, I already took my quarterback and my running back, so I got receiver.
Oh, shit. I got a win-win. I either get Lamar or Kyler.
I got receiver.
No, you took Kyler last week, bro.
I did. So I got receiver. There's JJ, DJ Moore, Amon-Ra, or tight end. Don't want to leave tight end up to the last spin. Fuck it, give me.
I took Dennis last.
Give me Amon-Ra. Yeah, give me Amon-Ra. St. Brown. Spinning between the AFC North and the NFC West. You're landing on the NFC West, so your quarterback has to be Geno. It has to be Geno.
No, it doesn't.
Kyler was taken last week, but
I'm literally taking Lamar Jackson. I don't give a fuck what you say.
All right, just fuck the wheel.
I'm just kidding.
Just fuck the wheel.
Give me Geno.
And I'll land on the AFC North,
which you don't even put it on the screen, so you could have been cheating this whole time.
Oh my fuck! I swear, from the inception of this, from the very first episode, I asked, and you was like, "No, we good, we can keep it over there." So don't you fucking dare! And now I got
I was like, literally put it on the screen. It's not gonna hurt anything. And Herlin's was like,
we'll go back and clip it.
I ain't doing that shit.
Well, we'll go back and clip it. So I got tight end left. David Njoku were pretty decent. Yeah, I'm taking David Njoku. That's it. All right, what's the teams? Because I definitely didn't write shit down.
I have Geno Smith, Alvin Kamara, AJ Brown, Travis Kelce. You have Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and David Njoku.
All right, boom. I like my chances. And Smallz did say if I win out, we're gonna take this to the playoffs, and then because if I win out, it's tied, so we're gonna take it to the playoffs, and.
I think you said that. Don't put words in my mouth, but sure.
All right. If I win out, we'll take it to the playoffs and continue, until then. I don't know what we're gonna do once there's like no teams left from a division. I don't know what we're gonna do.
It's gonna be the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do in that case, but fuck it. All right. Unless you don't got any. Wait. Did you do your top quarterbacks last episode?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. All right. Well, yeah. As long as you don't got anything else to say to the people this episode, nothing you want to talk about, no small talk this week. You got to think about it on the spot.
No, I was trying to. I was gonna update Sujop where I'm at on Breaking Bad.
Oh, go ahead.
And I was just trying to think of what had happened last. The last thing I remember is Walter walked into Gustavo's little office in that little trap house thing, and he's like, "Somebody saved my life, and we're both adults here, and I'm not gonna pretend like I don't know it's you. You're making $96 million these next 3 months. We're only getting 3. What's up with that?" And I didn't finish the episode yet, so I don't know if he convinces Gustavo to give him more money or anything. But that show is awesome. As I've said, you should watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other front, Survivor finale is next week. That show is incredible. It's down to the final 4, 3 women and a dude, and the dude has been my favorite all season. So I'm hoping he wins, and he just sold out his only ally to make it to the final 4. So it's like
they do final 4 now. It's not like, and the final 4 is gonna go to the jury. Like they're gonna be decided by the jury. Oh, okay.
The final 4 is it's a competition, and then the bottom the winner of the competition picks their homie, and then the bottom 2 make fire to make it to top 3.
Okay. All right. Just make sure. All right. That's all you got today?
You got anything?
No,
you done
sir.
anything fancy?
No, sir. We can get on out of here.
Any updates on Vanessa?
I hope you guys enjoyed this preview episode. As always, we'll see you guys on Tuesday after all the games. I hope you guys enjoyed. Show some love, and we'll see you guys. Did you get the Enjoy sweater?
No, I don't wear crew necks.
It was sold out by the time I bro. They need to fucking up their fucking inventory of the shit, man. Like, damn, it be selling out. Like, we'll see you guys on Tuesday, man. Peace.